Hello everybody, my name is Fen and or Comic Cupid. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about all the things that I did in June. And I know this video is probably going to be a little bit late. I'm filming this on July 2nd, so we're already a bit behind schedule. But I really wanted to get that Supergirl video out, so we're doing this now, and I'm just going to edit it super fast, okay? Oh, before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys this cup that I got. I went and saw Supergirl a second time with my dad. I was there to see Supergirl again and hang out with my dad, but also I was really hoping to see some Supergirl merch because the first time I went, I saw it a day earlier than it was technically supposed to be released. My movie theater just like had a showing available for some reason, so we went to that one, but they had merch this time, but we moved. This video is all about what I did in June. I know this looks like a really small thing. This is not everything that I did in June. This is not all of my June media, I promise. This is just what I had physically, okay? So listen. And I think we'll start with that first, actually. I read 2 books in June, which is actually kind of a lot for me, guys. Normally I can read like 1 if I really lock in, but I finished this one like at the very start of June. So, and then I read this throughout the month of June. First, I read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Y'all, this book is so good. It's so good. Ugh. I cried. And I think there's a movie adaptation that just came out, but I follow this one girl on TikTok and she is like distraught over the casting of one of the Emily Henry books. It might be Beach Read, I feel like, or maybe it is People We Meet on Vacation. I can't. No, it's Beach Read because the guy's name is like Augustus or something, or Gus, and she's really upset about that. So I will not be tuning in solidarity with her. But People We Meet on Vacation, I gave this like 4.5 stars, I think. I read this so quickly. I read it on vacation. I like to do that with my Emily Henry books. I like to read them when I'm on vacation. More specifically, me and my family go to the beach once a year-ish. And so whenever we do that, I take a book with me, and it's kind of, I like to have like a summer theme book, and Emily Henry has really good beach reads. That's why she has a book called Beach Read, I assume. But this book is really good. It's a romance, obviously. It is about Poppy and Alex, and they are best friends for life until they're not. And it's kind of second chance romance in a way, except they were never together. But it's a little messy. It's a little messy, but it's really good and I highly recommend. I love this book so much. Emily Henry is probably my second favorite romance writer behind Ali Hazelwood. After that, I read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and I did not like this book. I think I said in my review that if I was 14 when I read this, I would probably like it a lot more. I'm pretty sure I bought this when I was around 14, so if I had just like locked in back then and read it when I was supposed to, when I was still the target audience for this, I probably would have liked it. But I didn't. Spoilers, I thought the plot twist was really stupid. I don't like when there's unnecessary pet death, and that there was that in this. 2 dogs die, and it is directly the fault of the main character. So, wasn't a fan of that. The twist was that she set a house on fire with her friends inside of it, and they all died, including those 2 dogs. It was supposed to be, they were all supposed to set the house on fire together and then leave, but for some reason this idiot of a girl decided to, listen, that's another thing I need to talk about. Her love interest is in the basement floor. Her other 2 friends are on the higher floors, and she's in the middle floor. What does this girl do? She lights the middle floor on fire without waiting for them to get out. Why are you stupid? Just stupid. And then the reason it's a plot twist is because she's been like hallucinating their ghosts the whole time, or maybe it was real. Maybe this is supernatural and I don't know. but they were there like interacting with her the whole time. She's part of a very wealthy family, and every year they have their summer vacation on their rich people island. Something happened a few years ago to this girl, and she has like brain trauma from it, but she can't remember what happened, and nobody will tell her what happened. And all of her friends won't tell her what happens, and she's in love with this boy. And he's in love with her too. Like, this is like supposed to be read as like just a regular romance story, I think. She's in love with this boy, and he is technically, by the slimmest possible margin, technically not her cousin. Technically, because his dad is in a long-term relationship with her mom's sister, but they can't get married for reasons. They can't get married because the granddad who like owns the whole island and stuff is racist. The boy is brown, and so is his dad, and I don't think they ever even say what ethnicity he is. I think they're just like, he's brown, he's a person of color. So there's that. But the grandpa told her mom's sister if she marries this man of color, she will be written out of the will because he's racist. So there's that. So like, by the slimmest possible technicality, they are not cousins, but they basically are. And I was so gobsmacked. It was so funny to me to read this because I've heard about this book for years, like probably like 5 years, like since I joined Book Talk in like 2020, people have been recommending this book and being like, this book is so good, it's got mystery, it's got drama, family drama, there's a romance. Nobody ever tells you that it's pseudo incest. Which is like I'm not saying that the book shouldn't exist. I just feel like somebody should have warned me. Nobody tells you. You have to read the book and find out for yourself to know that this is pseudo incest. Like, that's the best we could come up with for a love interest, is not incest boy. And technically not incest boy is a ghost the whole time, so chew on that. And her other friends are her cousins, like explicitly. So it's just him, and they all treat him like they're just like cousins, except for him and the main girl, who are like secretly in love, and they have this like thing going on, but everybody knows, and they're like fine with it. Nobody ever the only reason anyone ever like pushes back against this is the granddad, because he's racist. Like, her cousins are always like, hey, I mean, I know you guys have a thing going on, like, just be careful, I don't want to see you get hurt. And it's like, maybe be careful because of like the law? I don't know. It's crazy. I felt like I was losing my mind. Stupid book. Stupid book. I can't say I wasn't intrigued though. So I would maybe put this in the same vein as like a Frida McFadden book, except it's less interesting. I don't think things really pick up until like the 70% mark, which is treacherous, really. So these are my books that I read in June. One really good book, one really stupid book. Moving on. Let's talk about video games. Yay! Obviously, Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream. We're locked in. Most of my me's are fictional characters because I like to play dolls with them. I think that's what Tamagotchi Life is for. You put your characters in there and you play dolls. That's what it's for. Anyone who thinks otherwise is playing it wrong. Kidding. But I have Langdon, Mel, and Santos from the Pit on there, and I downloaded the demo when it came out, and I made me, my best friend, and Langdon immediately fell in love with my me, which was a problem because I wanted my Langdon and my Mel to get together, and it has been a problem since the demo all the way up until like a week or two ago, where I was so frustrated that they wouldn't break up. They kept trying to propose to each other and I kept being like, no. And I got so frustrated that my me and my Langdon me would not break up. that I deleted Langdon and I've replaced him with a clone. So there's that. The good news is Miami is in love with Clark Kent. But I'm having a lot of fun. I love Tamagotchi Life. I mentioned this in my last media wrap-up video, my May one. I love Tamagotchi Life. I've been playing it since I was a little baby. It is such a fun game. My favorite thing to do is, obviously I love the crush cutscenes and the relationship cutscenes. Those are my favorites. I like to drag the characters I want to get together. I drag them over to each other and I make them converse. But my other favorite thing to do is, this is so boring of me, I check in once a day. I get all the new foods and all the new clothes, and then I go around and I feed all of my Miis until they're all full. Because I'm kind of a completionist, but in a bad way, where I'll never actually complete it, and I know that, but I like to attempt it anyways. So I try to give all of my Miis foods they've never had before, every time. And then I like to dress up my Mii, just mine. Other people can have new clothes if they ask for it, but I go to the clothes shop every day. I buy out all the new things, and then I go to my Mii and I give her a new outfit every day. So there's that. Tamagotchi Life, living the dream. Love it, love it, love it. And then I have my Tamagotchi Paradise. Different things. We talked about this in my Supergirl video. I had a little rat. Oh, you guys weren't there for that. He evolved into a rat. He evolved from a cute little pink blob into an ugly rat. And I hate him. So I've released him into the wild. And I have a new child now. And it's orange. He's orange. And I love him. But if he turns ugly, I'm going to be irritated. You know? So I've had a lot of fun with my Tamagotchi Paradise. To be honest, there's not a lot to do. Especially, I'm in earlier gameplay right now, so I think, especially right now, there's not really that much to do, but I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of just like taking care of a baby, which having this has made me realize I would be an awful mother. Just terrible. My people would die. It just kind of beeps sometimes, and you're supposed to like take care of it. So that's like the whole gameplay thing. And then there's like mini games, and you can earn money from the mini games to buy things for your Tamagotchis. For your little guys, make them happier, or just like decorate. I still haven't figured out how to put my hat that I got on my Tamagotchi. I don't know how to do that. I was really aiming for this one Tamagotchi. It's pink and it has like a raccoon tail and cat ears, and I thought it was so cute. But I can't seem to get it because you need to have no mistakes for it to evolve into that, and I only have mistakes. I only make mistakes, it seems. If it dies, it dies. We'll make a new one. Next up, I want to talk to you guys about my 3DS. I love my 3DS. This is my 3DS XL. This is the one I had when I was a kid. She's been with me for so long. And then 2 years ago, I decided to mod her, and she is just perfect. And I think she's dead right now, so we're not gonna open her. But I was playing some games. I got the urge, sometimes I just get the urge to go back and play some 3DS games. I have it written down what I played. I specifically played this game called Disney Magical World. I played that for a little while. I kind of got bored of it because the only reason I downloaded it was because I wanted to see Rapunzel, and I think that's like later gameplay stuff, but I did play it for a little bit. So, Disney Magical World, that was fun. I think I also played a little bit of this Picross game. Picross? I think that's how you say it. It's like nonograms, but it was Sanrio themed, and I thought it was really cute, so I played a little bit of that. So that was really fun. And then Disney Magical World, obviously. I basically just dressed up my character and then I left. So that was that. I guess those are all of my physical media for the month. I didn't finish any comics in June. Very sad, but this is my physical media for the month. I was reading a comic. Listen, I'm reading this. I'm reading DC Finest Superman the Invisible Luther, but he's huge. Look at him. He's humongous, and he's heavy too. He's huge. Give me some grace. I'm gonna try to finish it this month. I promise, I promise, I promise. Okay, what else? I watched a lot of movies this month. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the movies I watched. I watched again, we're still on the Marvel kick. We're doing Marvel. So I watched Team Thor Part 2, the little short. I thought it was really cute. I love to see the superheroes. I love to see any superheroes or any just fantasy characters just hang out like normal people and just get into wacky shenanigans. So I love that. And I think Thor is such a great character to do that. Some of my favorite Thor scenes are ones where he's just trying to act like a normal person. He just clearly can't. One of my favorite Thor scenes is in Thor 1, where they're in the cafe and he wants more coffee, but instead of just being like, can I have some more, he smashes the cup and everyone's like, oh my god, and he's like, that was delightful, another. So Team Thor is kind of what he was up to during Civil War, because he and Hulk are not in that movie, which makes sense because I think they would have been on Cap's side and that would have been an unfair fight, even though Cap was gonna win anyways. Who said that? So Team Thor, very cute. I liked both of them, but I watched Part 2 in June. And then I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I love this movie. I love it so much. I cried a couple times. I love the introduction of Mantis as a character. I love her. That bug is so special to me. She's very important to me, Mantis. I love her. I love her. I thought her and Drax's relationship was so funny. I kept getting really scared that they were gonna try to turn it into a romance thing, but they didn't. It's a very like familial platonic thing. I thought that was so good. It was so good. Gamora and Quill's relationship I loved. I love Rocket. I love Baby Groot, obviously. I thought Nebula was super funny. Just great. So good. I cried a lot. The only problem I remember having, which wasn't a fault of the movie, it was totally just me not watching it like when it came out, but there was a big trend using a scene in the movie that is a huge plot twist. If you know, you know, but there was a huge trend on TikTok and on Instagram, I still see it sometimes, using audio from a scene in this movie that is like major spoilers, like the twist in the movie. And so I knew it was coming, but if I hadn't, I probably would have pooped my pants. So love that movie. I think I gave it 5 stars. Like, I don't know. Whoa, dude, when I open this book, I feel like Minecraft Steve gif. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2, love it. And then I watched Spider-Man Homecoming. I have seen this movie before, but I rewatched it, and having prior knowledge of the MCU made it so much better. I loved it the first time, but watching it again with the background knowledge, so good. So I love it. I love it. I was a little surprised, it's just my memory not working. I was a little surprised that MJ wasn't the love interest, which I should have known. I've seen this movie before, but I forget things very easily. So I thought it was a good choice to not have MJ be the first love interest. I thought that was a good like establishment of their relationship, like friends to lovers. I thought that was cute. I liked that. And then I watched Thor Ragnarok, which I loved. So good, so funny. I love seeing Thor and Loki interact. I love their relationship. So good. I love seeing Loki just be there. I love Loki. I'm a big Loki fan, I think. And I love Thor. I love seeing Bruce again. I love seeing the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo is so good, and I feel like they underutilize him so often in the MCU. Like, him not being in Civil War just felt like such a waste. Same with Thor. Like, I guess I get why they didn't put him in there. I don't know. Mark Ruffalo is just so good. Put him in everything. If you guys haven't seen Mickey 17, he is phenomenal. Phenomenal in Mickey 17. Highly recommend. Love it. And Robert Pattinson's in that, so you should watch that too. But Thor Ragnarok, so good. I cannot remember that girl's name, but I loved her. I love this scene where Thor and Hulk are trying to disguise themselves in a big parade, and Thor's disguise is just a blanket over his head. And then I watched Friday, I believe the full title is Friday the 13th, The Final Friday, Jason Goes to Hell. Bad movie, bad. Bad movie. Bad movie. It's such a strange movie. Listen, I don't like Friday the 13th movies. This may lead you to ask the question, why have you watched so many of them then? Because I believe this is like the 7th or 8th film in the franchise. Because I'm fascinated, truly. I'm fascinated by how a movie franchise that is so nothing burger can churn out so many movies and each of them progressively get worse when the source material wasn't even that great to begin with. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. I'm fascinated, really. So I have to study this. I have to. I may not like it, but this is the way the world works. I have to watch all the Friday the 13th movies. So Jason Goes to Hell is interesting because instead of it just being Jason, just kind of his reanimated corpse, they have it, first of all, they kill him in the opening scene, but then, I don't even know. I literally can't even remember. This movie was so stupid and so confusing and so convoluted. Nothing made any sense in this movie. They kill him in the opening scene, but then something happens where Jason's soul, he starts body hopping people. So he's like possessing people to like kill other people, to like get his work done through him. Except I don't even know what his goal is. He just wants to kill people. I don't even know. And then there's this weird guy who's like chasing after Jason, and he's like convinced he's not dead, and obviously he's right, but nobody believes him because he's kind of crazy. And then there's like a murder mystery almost. Bad movie. Bad movie. Hello, I'm editing right now, and I just realized I forgot to mention the very crucial detail that the way that Jason possesses people is through tonguing them with his black venom tongue. So, I just wanted you to know that. And then I was kind of on an old horror movie kick, so I watched Sleepaway Camp, which I also didn't really like. I think it's like a cult classic in a lot of older horror movie circles. I didn't like it. I thought the twist was weird. And I guess that's the point. I think a lot of people love it because it's so weird and such a strange movie. I didn't like it. I thought the special effects for a lot of the kills were really good though. I thought the one with the bees was really well done. It kind of made me icky. So that was good. Good job there, I guess. And then finally I watched a good scary movie. I watched Blink Twice. I liked that a lot. I really liked Blink Twice. I did mix it up with Eyes Wide Shut, so I was a little confused at first, but I'm gonna watch Eyes Wide Shut this month, I think. So Blink Twice I thought was really good. It is one of my favorite subgenres of scary movies. It's dealing heavily with themes of female autonomy, the horror of not being in control of your body, just kind of like feminist horror in a way. And it is also one of my other favorite scary movie subgenres, which is evil rich people get what's coming to them. So think of Knives Out. God, what's another one? Bodies, 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 kind of. Like, it's just a bunch of like stupid rich people and then they get killed. So Blink Twice, I recommend that. I think that movie was really good. I think I watched it on Tubi. And then I saw Supergirl in theaters twice. you can watch my video about Supergirl. I already made a video about it. I really liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I think the hate is crazy and mostly misogynistic. So that's my opinion. And also, obviously, I have this cup. So those were all of my movies. It was a pretty good movie month for me, I think. The next movie in my MCU watch is Black Panther, and I'm so freaking excited for that. I can't wait. So excited. TV shows is what we're gonna talk about next. The only TV shows I watched this month were Marvel. Again, MCU. We're working our way through that. I watched Iron Fist season 1, which was okay, I guess. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I liked Colleen Wing. I liked her a lot. I loved to see Claire Temple. She was kind of the main reason I stuck around for this, other than just I have to watch it because it's MCU. But all in all, it was just kind of boring. It was kind of like Luke Cage if I didn't like Luke Cage. And also I just kind of had a hard time sympathizing with this like billionaire. So there was that. So Iron Fist season 1. Then I watched The Defenders. I really liked it. Not for the plot, but for the fact that I got to see Jessica, Luke, and Matt. And I like to see them interact. I found Iron Fist a lot more tolerable when he was in a group and everyone was kind of bouncing off of him. I found that he was very similar to Thor in his character archetype, where he's just kind of like very out of touch, but not in a malicious way. He just truly doesn't know what's going on. So I liked seeing him in a group. I thought that made his character a lot more likable. I love to see Jessica. Jessica and Luke are probably my favorite Defenders. And then I love Matt, and then Iron Fist was also there. I can't remember his real name. The plot was kind of weird, but I love to see all of the past characters from the individual shows come together and interact. Karen Page is there. Obviously, we love Karen Page. Claire Temple is there. We love Claire Temple. Elektra's there. Oh my god, so exciting. Love it. They kind of Buckied her, which I wasn't mad about, but it was just like, huh, this looks like Stucky, and it's Matt and Elektra. All in all, I like the show. If you don't like any of these characters, I wouldn't recommend it. And also, if you haven't seen their individual shows, you definitely can't watch this. But it was only 8 episodes, I think. I watched it in like one sitting. It was pretty good. Like, it kept my attention. I think I did a puzzle while I was watching it, so. And then I watched a show that I've never heard anybody talk about, which is crazy because it's a Marvel show. And even shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter, even Iron Fist, that like didn't do particularly well. I guess Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did pretty well, but people don't really talk about it because like technically it's not canon anymore. I don't believe in that. But shows that didn't do particularly well, they still have like fan bases and like people still talk about them. The Inhumans, nobody talks about the show. Even people who like the Inhumans don't talk about the Inhumans. Nobody wants to talk about this. The only times I could find people talking about this show were to hate on it. Like, I found like one person who was like, wow, I really like this show. Which makes sense because it's a very bad show. The Inhumans, to my understanding, was Marvel's attempt to replace the X-Men, because at the time Fox had the rights to X-Men and it didn't seem like Marvel was ever gonna get the rights. Marvel Studios, it didn't seem like they were ever gonna get the rights to the X-Men in the MCU. So they started pushing Inhumans, which were they did a lot better job of that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But the Inhumans were another set of characters very similar to the X-Men, to my understanding. I don't read X-Men or Inhumans, so I couldn't really say. I've also never seen an X-Men movie. I know I need to. I know they're gonna be in Doomsday. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. But to my understanding, the Inhumans were meant to replace the X-Men, and it flopped horrendously. They showed the first 2 episodes in IMAX, which is crazy, because you could not pay me to watch that show again. It's so bad, and I see why nobody talks about it. I don't even know if that's canon still. Just terrible. Just terrible. Which sucks, because I thought some of their power sets were really interesting. I really liked Black Bolt's power, which is every time he speaks, it's so loud and powerful, it just like obliterates anything in his surroundings. He killed his parents that way. He says why and pulverizes them, which is intended to be a really sad scene, but it's so funny. It's really funny. Oh, it's so... I thought Medusa had a pretty cool power. She, like her hair, you know, she controls her hair and it like moves, stuff like that, but the CGI is so bad on her hair. And the wigs they put her in, it wasn't even just the CGI, they just put her in these horribly ill-fitting wigs. Just so disrespectful, this poor woman. Fortunately, her head gets shaved in like the first episode. Thank God. So she loses her powers, but we don't have to look at that horrible wig or that horrible CGI for the rest of the show. Thank God. And then I love Lockjaw, the giant teleporting dog. He's awesome. But for most of the series, he's like incapacitated, so. And also, there's a lot of scenes where you can tell that they didn't put anything where Lockjaw was supposed to be, and they have Crystal's actress, who is like the owner of Lockjaw, and they have a lot of moments where they want her to look and speak to him and pet him, but it's so obvious they didn't put anything there. And so she's just kind of reaching at air, and she never quite gets to him. Like, she'll reach to him, but she doesn't pet him. And you're just supposed to like intuit that off screen, as it cuts away, she's petting him. Because they just, I don't know, they just couldn't figure out how to make it look like he was actually there. The CGI wasn't too terrible for Lockjaw, I don't think. Like, obviously it wasn't a real dog, he wasn't really there. But it wasn't like the worst thing I've ever seen CGI wise. The worst thing I've ever seen CGI wise was Medusa's hair. There were so many scenes where Crystal like reaches out to him and just like there's like a foot of dead space. And I just don't understand why they couldn't have just like moved Lockjaw forward a little bit. Like, he's not real. You could just move him. He's CGI, he can be wherever you want him to be. It was really bad. That is everything that I played, watched, read in the month of June. In July, I want to finish this. That's my goal for July. Finish this monster of a comic book. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Fen and/or Comic Cupid. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.